Hey Cancer, welcome back. I need to share something with you today because the energy coming through right now is absolutely incredible. I just pulled cards for you, and honestly, I had to take a moment to process what I am seeing here. This reading is about transformation, about something shifting deep within you, and yes, there is definitely reunion energy present. But it is so much more than that. Before we dive in, I just want you to know that this reading might resonate differently for each of you. Some of you will feel this immediately. Others might need to sit with it for a bit. Trust your intuition as we go through this together. Let me start by saying that I pulled 10 cards for you today, and each one has such a specific message. The universe is really trying to communicate something important to you right now. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let us explore what is coming through for you. The first card I pulled is the Seven of Swords, and when I saw this card, I immediately felt this energy of someone who has been carrying something heavy. Cancer. This card is telling me that you have been dealing with a situation where perhaps not everything was as it seemed. There has been some level of deception or maybe just incomplete truth in your life. But here's what is interesting about this card in your reading today. It is not necessarily about someone deceiving you, although that could be part of it for some of you. This is more about the strategies you have had to use to protect yourself. You know what I find fascinating about the Seven of Swords? It shows someone who has learned to be careful, to not show all their cards at once. And Cancer? You are naturally protective of your emotional space anyway, but recently you have had to be even more guarded. You have been watching, observing, maybe even testing certain situations or people before you fully commit or open up. There is nothing wrong with this. Actually, it shows wisdom and growth. But the reason this card is coming up now is because there is about to be a shift. That defensive posture you have been holding, that careful approach to protecting yourself, it is going to start softening. Not because you are letting your guard down foolishly, but because you are beginning to recognize that you do not need those same protective strategies anymore. Something inside you is changing, and you are starting to feel safer in your own power. I am also getting that for some of you, this card represents a situation from your past where you felt like you had to sneak away, to remove yourself quietly from something that was not serving you. Maybe you left a relationship, a friendship, or a situation without making a big announcement about it. You just knew it was time to go, and you went. The Seven of Swords can represent that kind of strategic retreat, and if that resonates with you, this card is validating that decision. You did what you needed to do to preserve your peace. What I love about seeing this card at the beginning of your reading is that it sets the stage for understanding where you have been. You have been in survival mode in some way, being strategic about your emotional energy and who you give access to. But that phase is completing itself now. The transformation happening inside you is partly about moving beyond the need for all these protective mechanisms because you are stepping into a different kind of strength. Now, the second card that came through is the Ten of Wands. And oh, Cancer. This one made me pause because it carries such a specific energy. This card shows someone who has been carrying a tremendous load. I am talking about responsibilities, emotional burdens, other people's problems, past pain, all of it stacked up on your shoulders. When I look at this card in the imagery, I see someone bent over under the weight of all these wands, struggling to carry everything to the finish line. This is you, Cancer. This has been you for quite some time now. You have been the one holding everything together. You have been the strong one, the responsible one, the one who keeps going even when you are exhausted. People lean on you because they know you can handle it, but what they do not see is how heavy it all becomes. Every emotional burden you take on from others, every responsibility you shoulder, every old pain you have not released yet, it all adds up. But here is what the Ten of Wands is really telling you in this reading. You are at the completion point. The number 10 in tarot represents endings and completion of cycles. You are coming to the end of this period of carrying so much. The transformation happening inside you that we talked about with the theme of this reading, part of it is about recognizing that you do not have to carry all of this anymore. You are starting to realize that some of these burdens are not even yours to carry. I am getting this strong message that you are beginning to question why you took on so much in the first place. You are starting to see patterns in your life where you automatically say yes to things, where you automatically take responsibility for other people's feelings or problems, where you sacrifice your own peace to maintain harmony for everyone else. The Ten of Wands is showing up to say that this pattern is being illuminated right now, and you are starting to see it clearly for the first time. What is changing inside you is this understanding that being strong does not mean carrying everything alone. Being caring does not mean you have to fix everyone's problems. Being loving does not require you to deplete yourself. This is a huge realization, Cancer, and it is one that is going to shift everything for you moving forward. As this awareness grows stronger in you, you are going to start making different choices about what you agree to carry and what you need to put down. The third card is the Two of Wands, and this card brings such a different energy into your reading. After talking about the heavy burden of the Ten of Wands, the Two of Wands shows up as a breath of fresh air. This card is all about vision, about looking out at possibilities, about standing at a crossroads and contemplating which direction to take. In the traditional imagery, we see someone holding a globe, looking out at the world, contemplating their next move. Cancer. This card is telling me that as you begin to put down some of those burdens, as you start to lighten your load, you are going to find yourself with more mental and emotional space to actually think about what you want. Not what everyone else needs from you, not what you are supposed to do, but what genuinely calls to your heart. The Two of Wands represents that moment when you realize you have options, when you start to see possibilities that maybe you did not notice before because you were too busy carrying all those responsibilities. I'm getting this message that some of you are starting to have thoughts about doing something different with your life. Maybe it is a career change, maybe it is moving to a new place, maybe it is pursuing a passion you put on hold, maybe it is opening yourself up to love again after a difficult period. Whatever it is, you are in this planning phase, this contemplation phase. You are holding that globe, looking at all the places you could go, all the things you could do, all the versions of yourself you could become. What I find really beautiful about this card in your reading is that it shows you are not rushing into anything. The Two of Wands is about deliberate planning and vision. You are taking your time to really think through what you want next. You are considering your options carefully. This is smart, especially for a water sign like Cancer who needs to feel emotionally secure before making big moves. You are allowing yourself to dream again, to envision a future that excites you. And that in itself is part of the transformation happening inside you. For some of you, I am getting that the Two of Wands is specifically about a partnership or collaboration that you are considering. This could be in business or in love. You are thinking about joining forces with someone, but you are being strategic about it. You are making sure this partnership aligns with your vision and your values. You are not just jumping in because it is comfortable or convenient. You are thinking bigger than that now. The fourth card that came through is Justice and Cancer. This is such a powerful card to appear in your reading right now. Justice is one of the major arcana cards, which means it carries significant weight and represents important life themes. This card is all about truth, fairness, karma, and the balancing of scales. When justice shows up, it is telling you that things are being set right, that truth is coming to light, that what was out of balance is finding equilibrium again. In the context of your reading and this theme of something changing inside you, justice represents a shift in how you see certain situations and people. You are starting to see things as they truly are, not as you hoped they would be or as you were told they were. Your judgment is becoming clearer. You are no longer making excuses for behavior that hurt you. You are no longer minimizing your own feelings to keep the peace. You are calling things what they are, and this clarity is incredibly powerful. I am also getting that justice is showing up because there is some karmic balancing happening in your life right now. Someone who did not treat you fairly is going to experience consequences for their actions. This is not about revenge or you trying to make anything happen. This is just the natural order of the universe restoring balance. What was done in the shadows is coming to light. What was unfair is being corrected. You do not need to do anything except trust that truth always reveals itself eventually. For those of you who have been through legal matters, contractual issues, or any situation requiring fairness and proper resolution, justice is an excellent card. It suggests that things will be resolved in a way that is right and fair. If you have been waiting for clarity or a decision about something important, this card indicates that it is coming, and it will be just. But beyond all of that, what justice really represents in your reading is this internal shift towards self-honesty. You are being more honest with yourself about what you really feel, what you really want, what you really deserve. You are not pretending anymore. You are not suppressing your truth to make others comfortable. This is part of what is changing inside you. You are aligning with your own truth, and that alignment is going to change everything about how you move through the world and how you allow others to treat you. The fifth card is the Two of Pentacles, and this card brings up the theme of balance and juggling multiple priorities. In the traditional imagery, we see someone juggling two pentacles, sometimes with waves behind them, representing the ups and downs of life. This card acknowledges that you are managing a lot right now, Cancer. You are trying to balance different areas of your life, different responsibilities, different desires, maybe even different versions of yourself. What makes this card interesting in your reading is that it comes after justice, after that card about truth and clarity. So the Two of Pentacles is saying that yes, you are still managing multiple things, but now you are doing it with more awareness and better boundaries. You are learning how to balance without sacrificing yourself in the process. You are getting better at knowing when to say yes and when to say no. You are developing the skill of juggling life's demands while still protecting your own energy and peace. I'm getting this message that some of you are balancing two significant areas of your life right now. It could be work and personal life. It could be two different relationships or potential relationships. It could be your current reality and the future you are building toward. The Two of Pentacles says you are handling this balance better than you think you are. You are adapting, you are flexible, you are finding your rhythm, even when things feel chaotic. There is also a financial element to this card since Pentacles represent material resources and practical matters. Some of you might be managing money more carefully right now, budgeting, trying to make ends meet while also investing in your future. Or you might be balancing a job you have with a passion project or business you are trying to grow. The Two of Pentacles says, keep going. You are managing this well, but also be mindful not to stretch yourself too thin. Remember those earlier cards about carrying too much. Balance does not mean doing everything at maximum capacity all the time. Sometimes balance means choosing what not to do. What I really love about this card in your reading is that it shows adaptability and resilience. Cancer. You have been through some challenges, and yet here you are, still moving forward, still managing, still finding ways to keep things going. That takes strength and skill. Acknowledge yourself for that. You are doing better than you realize. Moving to the sixth card, we have the Ace of Swords. And when I pulled this card, I actually got a little excited for you, because this is such a powerful card of new beginnings in the mental realm. Aces represent fresh starts, new opportunities, the seed of something beginning. And swords represent thoughts, communication, truth, mental clarity, and intellectual breakthroughs. So the Ace of Swords is telling me that you are about to experience or are already experiencing a major mental breakthrough. This is that moment when everything suddenly makes sense. When the fog clears and you can see the situation for exactly what it is. When you have that realization that changes your entire perspective, the Ace of Swords cuts through confusion and illusion. It brings crystal clear truth and understanding. After all those earlier cards about carrying burdens and needing balance, the Ace of Swords is the breakthrough that helps you see what is really important and what is just noise. I am getting this strong message that some of you are going to have a conversation that brings clarity. This could be a conversation with someone else where things are finally said openly and honestly. Or it could be a conversation with yourself where you finally admit something you have been avoiding. Either way, truth is going to be spoken, and that truth is going to set you free in some way. It might not be comfortable initially, but it will be necessary and ultimately liberating. The Ace of Swords also represents new ideas and new ways of thinking. You are starting to think differently about your life, your relationships, your choices. You are developing new perspectives that are more aligned with who you are becoming rather than who you used to be. This mental shift is part of that internal transformation we keep talking about. You are literally rewiring how you think about things, and this is going to lead to different choices and different outcomes moving forward. For some of you, I am getting that the Ace of Swords represents writing or communication that you need to do. Maybe you need to write a letter or have a difficult conversation. Maybe you need to express something that has been on your mind for a long time. This card is giving you the courage and clarity to do that. It is time to speak your truth, to communicate clearly, to cut through any confusion with honesty and directness. The seventh card is the Page of Cups, and this card brings such a sweet, gentle energy into your reading. After the sharp clarity of the Ace of Swords, the Page of Cups comes in with emotional openness and receptivity. Pages in tarot represent messages, new beginnings, and youthful energy. And cups represent emotions, love, intuition, and relationships. So the Page of Cups often indicates an emotional message or the beginning of new feelings. Cancer. This card is directly related to the reunion energy mentioned in your reading theme. The Page of Cups can represent someone reaching out to you with genuine feelings. This could be someone from your past who is having a change of heart, or it could be someone new entering your life with sincere intentions. Either way, there is an offer of emotional connection coming your way. This person is being vulnerable, open, maybe even a bit nervous about approaching you. The energy feels young and fresh, even if the actual person is not young in age. It is that kind of innocent, hopeful approach to connection. I am getting this message that for many of you, this is specifically someone who wants to reconnect with you, someone who has been thinking about you, reflecting on what happened between you, and realizing they made a mistake or that they miss what you had together. The Page of Cups represents them gathering the courage to reach out, to express their feelings, to see if there is any possibility of reconnecting. Now, whether you choose to respond to this offer is entirely up to you and depends on everything else in your reading and your own feelings. But the message is coming. The offer is being made. What I find beautiful about this card is that it represents genuine feeling. This is not manipulation or game playing. The Page of Cups is sincere. Whatever message is coming to you, it is coming from a real place emotionally. That does not necessarily mean it is the right choice for you to engage with it, but at least it is authentic. After dealing with the Seven of Swords energy at the beginning where things were not quite straightforward, the Page of Cups brings honest emotional expression. For some of you, the Page of Cups might not be about another person at all. It might represent your own emotional openness that is returning. Maybe you have been closed off emotionally, protecting yourself, not allowing yourself to feel deeply or hope for connection. The Page of Cups suggests that your heart is beginning to open again. You are becoming receptive to love, to joy, to emotional connection. You are allowing yourself to feel hope again, to be a little vulnerable again. This is part of what is changing inside you. Your emotional walls are coming down because you are feeling safer and more grounded in yourself. The 8th card that came through is the 8 of Pentacles, and this card shows someone dedicated to their craft, working diligently, perfecting their skills. In the traditional imagery, we see someone at a workbench carefully creating pentacles, completely focused on the task at hand. This card is about dedication, skill development, attention to detail, and putting in the work to master something. Cancer. This card is telling me that you are in a phase of self-improvement and personal development right now. You are working on yourself. Maybe you are learning new skills, developing your talents, working on your emotional health, building a business, or investing in your education. Whatever it is, you are showing up consistently and putting in the effort. The 8 of Pentacles says that this dedication is going to pay off. Your hard work is being noticed, even if you do not see the full results yet. What I really appreciate about this card in your reading is that it shows you are not just waiting for things to change. You are actively working to create the change you want to see. While that internal transformation is happening, you are also taking practical steps to build the life you want. You are not just dreaming about possibilities like we saw in the Two of Wands. You are actually taking action, learning, growing, developing yourself. This is incredibly powerful. I am getting this message that some of you are developing skills that are going to lead to new opportunities. Maybe you are building something on the side while working your regular job. Maybe you are taking courses or training in something that really interests you. The 8 of Pentacles says, keep going. Stay focused on your craft. Do not get discouraged if results are not immediate. Mastery takes time, and you are building something solid and lasting. This card also represents having a good work ethic and being someone people can rely on to do quality work. Cancer. You take pride in what you do. You care about doing things well. This is one of your strengths, and it is being recognized even if no one has explicitly told you lately. Your dedication and consistency do not go unnoticed by the universe. The 9th card is the 4 of Wands, and when I saw this card, I genuinely smiled because it is such a positive, celebratory card. The 4 of Wands represents celebration, harmony, homecoming, stability, and happy gatherings. In the traditional imagery, we see 4 wands creating a canopy or archway, often with people celebrating underneath, sometimes associated with weddings or joyful events. Cancer. This card is telling me that you are moving toward a period of celebration and stability. After all the work you have been doing, after carrying all those burdens, after going through that transformation, you are approaching a time of harvest and joy. The 4 of Wands often represents reaching a milestone, achieving something worth celebrating, or finding a sense of home and belonging. This could be literal, like moving into a new home or creating a beautiful space for yourself, or it could be more emotional, like finally feeling at home in your own skin and in your own life. In the context of reunion energy, the 4 of Wands is a very positive sign. This card can represent a relationship reaching a new level of commitment and stability. If someone is coming back into your life, or if you are reconnecting with someone, the 4 of Wands suggests that this connection has the potential to become something stable and real this time. It is not just a fleeting moment. There is substance here. There is the possibility of building something lasting together. I am getting this message that many of you are going to experience a celebration or happy event in the coming weeks or months. This could be your own achievement that you are celebrating, or it could be a gathering with people you love. Either way, there is joy coming. There is lightness coming. After the heaviness of recent times, you are moving into a period where you can actually enjoy yourself and feel happiness without guilt or worry. The 4 of Wands also represents finding your tribe, your people, your community. You are connecting or reconnecting with people who truly get you, who appreciate you, who celebrate you. This sense of belonging is going to feel really good, Cancer. You have felt a bit isolated or misunderstood lately, but that is changing. You are finding your place, your people, your home in whatever form that takes for you. The 10th and final card in your reading is the Eight of Cups. And I have to tell you, when this card appeared in the last position, it really tied everything together in such a profound way. The Eight of Cups shows someone walking away from a situation, usually depicted as someone leaving behind cups and walking toward mountains or into the unknown. This card represents emotional maturity, walking away from what no longer serves you, and having the courage to leave behind what is comfortable but not fulfilling in search of something more meaningful. Cancer. This card as your final card is telling me that the ultimate transformation happening inside you is about your willingness to walk away from what is not right for you, even when it is hard, even when part of you wants to stay because it is familiar. The Eight of Cups requires courage because you are leaving before you can see exactly what comes next. You are trusting that there is something better out there for you, even if you cannot see it yet from where you are standing. This does not necessarily mean you are leaving a relationship, although for some of you that might be the case. The Eight of Cups can represent walking away from old patterns, old beliefs, old versions of yourself that no longer fit who you are becoming. It can mean leaving behind emotional baggage, releasing past hurts, letting go of people who do not treat you well, or moving on from situations that have run their course. What makes this card so powerful in your reading is that it shows you have the strength to do this. You have the emotional maturity to recognize when something is not working and to make the difficult decision to move on. This is growth, Cancer. This is you honoring yourself enough to not settle, to not stay where you are not valued, to not accept crumbs when you deserve the whole meal. I'm getting this message that some of you have been contemplating leaving a situation for a while now. You have known in your heart that it is time to go, but you have been hesitating because leaving feels scary, or because you do not want to hurt anyone, or because you keep hoping things will change. The Eight of Cups is your confirmation that your instincts are correct. It is time to walk away. It is time to move toward what is calling to your soul, even if the path ahead is not completely clear yet. In the context of reunion energy, the Eight of Cups might seem contradictory, but it actually makes perfect sense. Sometimes reunion happens after walking away. Sometimes you have to leave something behind to create space for the right thing to come in. Maybe the reunion that is coming is not with another person, but with yourself, with your own power, with your own truth, with your own peace. Maybe you have to walk away from the old version of this connection to make room for a healthier, more authentic version to emerge. So, Cancer, as I look at all 10 cards together, here is what I see for you. You have been in a phase of carrying too much, of being strategic and protective with your energy, of working hard and trying to balance everything. But something fundamental is shifting inside you right now. You are gaining clarity about what is true, what is fair, what is right for you. You are receiving messages and offers of connection, but you are also developing the wisdom to know what to accept and what to walk away from. You are working on yourself, building your skills, creating something stable and beautiful. And ultimately, you are learning to honor yourself enough to leave behind what does not serve your highest good so that you can move toward what does. This is the transformation happening inside you. You are becoming someone who knows their worth, who trusts their intuition, who makes choices based on what is truly right for them, rather than what is comfortable or expected. The reunion energy present in your reading might manifest as someone reaching out to you with genuine feelings, or it might be about you reuniting with parts of yourself that you lost along the way. Either way, you are moving toward a period of greater joy, celebration, and authentic connection. But you are getting there by being willing to release what needs to be released, and by trusting yourself enough to walk toward what calls to your heart. I want you to know that everything you have been through has been preparing you for this moment. Every burden you carried taught you what you no longer want to carry. Every disappointment taught you what you truly deserve. Every moment of confusion led you to this clarity. You are exactly where you need to be, and what is coming next is going to reflect the growth and transformation you have undergone. Thank you so much for being here with me today, Cancer. I hope this reading resonated with you and gave you some insight into what is happening in your life right now. I would love to hear in the comments if any of this connected with your situation. Do you feel that internal shift happening? Are you recognizing what you need to walk away from? Let me know your thoughts. Sending you so much love and light on your journey.